Well, we hit a bit of whale in the middle of that. Wow, really? You gonna wait till I talk to cut out? Fucking Charter's just mean. Charter is so rude. Well, fuck's sake. Teeson. Relinquish my mouse, please. Shut it up, you. I'm gonna lower the bitrate. It's gonna look a bit, fuzzy. Fuzzy is fine for this game. Teeson whoops in. You know, let's look at Magical Girl Monomi. This ought to kill the bitrate.
This is so much cancer that I can feel the tumors growing on my back.
Murder. Dig Dug 2 on NES. Why not? Cutesy looking game with blood. Every game on the Wii U App Store. The Wii U App Store? Wearing a diaper, Mario? I'm injured. Sneeze. I have not. This minigame sure is still going. Didn't have much time to relax until now. Oh no! Okay, Mr. Bomberman enemy, get out of the wall. Not much me time. I feel that. minigame sure is still going. This goes until we die or run out of time. Well, at this rate, it's going to be until forever. Oh, final wave. Ouch. That just kind of is a Bomberman hero boss. What? That didn't count. I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm almost dead. What? I completed the circle. Mr. Pokemon Ranger. Game over. Well, let's hope that sound keeps persisting. Yes, I would. Alright, now, let's actually get back to the murder trial. Alright, we gotta set our skills. We didn't buy any. Let me flush the turlet. Oh, let's see, what can we buy? Increases recovery.
Objection!
Neural liberation. Hello, Randy. Yeah, sure. Yeah, basically. Something in here smells like barbecue. That's not a good sign. There's no barbecue in here. Get it in an escape room, survived Russian roulette with a 1/6 chance to survive, got a ton of info about the building and the previous murders and Hajime's past. And then didn't tell anyone. And let's go. Also, eye searing room.
Let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I know
During
how
the
this
class
shit works.
trial,
I've been
you
here
will
before.
present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
I can read.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides.
Yeah, we get it,
you
fat boy.
guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
You're a robot.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Don't worry about it.
Why don't we try going over the incident?
Stay on topic.
We weren't able to
Drool.
leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there.
Well, I thought we found it first.
Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Oh, right. You were there.
I'm damn hungry. I want some lasagna.
And Chiaki that early in the morning?
We were all awake in the morning.
Don't tell me you three were together since last.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Well, she is a sprite.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Robo Ganondorf got iced.
Looks like those. I could probably do the splits real easy.
Good evening,
We
Luigi.
just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made
Tier
soon
free sub.
after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
Suck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find
Okay,
some
Otto
method
is so
to
slow.
communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer.
Killer?
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What?
What do you mean, definitely?
Yeah, it's this
There's
case.
no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and
Straw
confess,
babies.
or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel.
What?
We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this
Yeah,
time has many
Squash
questions.
Nagito in the corner is really good.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
We'll solve this murder by murdering people.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Damn, harsh. Huh?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Huh? Take a sippy.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
Up. Time to shoot. The hammer. Huh? They've got axes and swords and swords. Huh?
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
Hammer.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him! No,
But it's
that's
clean.
wrong.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
I won't allow it.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
Why are you so intent about it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Now, the oil was hot blue.
Why?
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Let's get rid of it.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Me?
You're kind of baby face. It really is just the one from Melee.
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
I mean, I think you're just an idiot.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
His face.
That's the problem. There wasn't anything
They
else
just
at the
used his
crime
face.
scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Taz.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The floor!
I see!
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Now, Hajime's eyes have the little, like, knot symbol on it. Like the little, like, circle with a line through it.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar.
Damn.
Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
Just knock it over, mate.
Tried to move it, right?
You can see it there. They broke the base of it.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy.
Do y'all not know how
But there's
gravity
one
works?
dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Nekomaru.
Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body! With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
I'm imagining Nekomaru being like Wario from Wario World, just lifting pillars and swinging them around.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
Yeah, why not?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Look at the size of my pillar.
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Oh, turn it.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Conkeldurr was the murderer. It went down for like a femtosecond, and I get really angry.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
That's it. Suicide. Kyle's looking sus.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh?
You gotta
For
use
reals?
physics.
Yes, for reals.
And then she pulls out like the gravity gun.
I see. So my gut was right after all.
Or like the Gmod physics gun.
Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
I think accidental death is counted as a suicide.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
It's no use!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Not
Considering
even.
the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Alright, we gotta actually like reread over these because it was last night. It was so heavy that 2 people couldn't budge it. Yeah,
There's no
murder.
need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a
missed.
ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
What do we got?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted,
Hurry it up.
beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Damn it. Nope. That's fine.
Damn it!
I was pointing out that it was heavy.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
Let's see.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
Pillar fragments are only under him, right? Pillow fragments? Alright, there's none on top. And if you tipped it over on him, it'd be on top of him, right?
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong! If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
And then there was something about fragments or something?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed it, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Ice cream. I haven't had ice cream in a while.
I considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
Stupid!
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
Man, just like knock him into it.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
White guilt, milquetoast, piece of human garbage.
You guys, same as usual.
You're invited to this too. You gotta participate. This is your class participation grade.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent.
It's no use!
And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
It's no use! Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of
It's
you.
no use!
So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you?
You became a bitch all of a sudden.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
Yeah, now you're just being a dickhead.
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
The ultimate weapon, the blast
So,
mask.
Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Oh shit.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
Sword!
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
He was waiting for this moment.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
It's just a
In
gun.
order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Oh boy, the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
Yeah, Sony is just getting us hyped up.
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Aren't you in this class too, dickhead?
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Get out of my life.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Can you spell funhouse through this fun hangman game?
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
Actually, they're both the same area, and one's in the Dark World.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
I wonder where the strawberry door leads to. Gangman's Bambit. I can read.
Not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
I can't handle it, chat. I'm gonna say it eventually.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Faux show. Crazy into you. Crazy into you. What strange feeling in the tower? Oh, we don't get sound for that
Are
line.
actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Has Sonya been talking like what for a while? Faux show? She just says weird shit. I don't remember what Sonya's personality is besides being like this.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
Broken doorknob. Where was that?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
I'm trying to figure out what to disagree with here. So something rotates somewhere.
Are actually the exact same place.
That's not right. Have I become overcome with madness?
Damn it! In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
No,
Okay.
that's wrong.
It's just the strange feeling.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Well, we found the body in both of them.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
They did what?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange?
I didn't know Sonya worked for the CIA.
When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
The same deviled egg.
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Well, no, but
I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building.
again.
Bow down.
Oh no.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Somehow, and the entire room.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower,
We can't
We
move
should've
the
all been
fucking
together
pillar,
during that time.
Sonya.
even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
That's not how that one works, champ. Literally thinking about this for like 1 second could get rid of this argument.
many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by a decree it was Monokuma's doing.
What?
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Die. Oh, you can't move oil.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by I decree it was Monokuma's doing. There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Like, I have a limited number of attacks. I didn't know that.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Small Nagito blocks the number of
Seems you have
cuts.
forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words. Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
I'm just gonna mop. Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Dude.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
Cheers, resub.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Oh no.
No idea, huh?
Stupid.
Hey, Nagito.
Hey,
I
man.
thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Man, you have all the answers. You're making us waste
Tell
time.
you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Gravity doesn't work
Give us an
right.
answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
Man, they really love that FOV shift, huh?
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determination.
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
Well, no one else went through the file dead
I
room.
have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Tampering with the crime scene. Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
The Octagon!
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete.
Concrete.
And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
He saw the front page of FA.
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Look at this photograph.
See? This is it. Let me explain it to you again.
What the? We're in the woods?
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird?
That we're really high up?
If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
What does it mean?
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Is this weird artifacting down here? The wall?
Crap!
Oh, I didn't know that was Strawberry Tower.
Here!
The sky!
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was,
Hangman's Gambit.
Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
Whoa!
I see. And is that it?
The elevation.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Now I'm getting ready to like look out the window and the entire world's like upside down.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call.
Good job.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Oh, it could be.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Mystery?
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too. even though he's just a normal high school student.
Can you eat ass?
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Yeah, Nagito's just being a dick now. Hello. Because I showed up. Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Hello, Mario.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
Maybe Hajime is the only one with talent. And everyone else is just like a loser. Thinking about it, most of these other folks were kind of in, like, not exactly a talent field. Like, being a princess isn't a talent, and being in the Yakuza isn't a talent. Some of these are talents, though.
What does it mean?
Yeah, Byakuya's talent was being rich. What about Kyoko? She had a talent. Up. We gotta play Silver Surfer on NES. Yeah. They're not too big on what they're doing. Akane apparently only does gymnastics because, you know, it got money. Balloon. They don't exist. I'm gonna go with they exist. They're the same deviled egg. Limitless potential in their field. Vertically. We've come to a conclusion.
It's all coming together.
The ultimate asshole.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
I got it.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all.
Potential doesn't describe ultimate to me. It does describe energy, though. Batteries.
So where did Grape House go?
Nowhere.
There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
Wow.
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
I see!
He came down from above.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located.
It'd be a bit hard to put, like, you know, a hexagonal building on top of a smaller rectangular building.
Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
I'm better at being a princess than Sonia.
I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
And yet I'm not invited to this death game?
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
The ultimate breeder.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes.
You can hide that.
A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it?
Wow.
Disregarding the tower,
3D animation.
we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
Maybe we should have figured it out, because they called the way between them an elevator.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse.
Yeah, they call them super high school level in Japanese. Actually, I think it's super duper high school level, isn't it? They have the duper in there. Super baby method?
Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Don't say that.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Wow.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
You've just been bared.
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
It just went up.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Okay.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Yeah, tier 3 sub.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Do whatever you like.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Are dummies tasty?
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up,
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
This is like the stupidest argument. Why is this happening? Who the hell could make another one? And put it in the exact same pose. Yeah. Fucking implicating himself here, trying to do this. My idea is leave, because fucking dumbass over here is so stupid. Can I add, like, basic deduction skills to the truth bullets? Someone might have been using this gun I'm carrying.
To construct a dummy from spare.
Where's Chain?
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Fake body.
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
Okay, so Chain doesn't have anything to do with either of those statements.
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was a fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Present badge.
I'm
genuinely stumped by this dude's fucking stupid ass shit.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Boing.
Damn it!
What? No, go back. What was he saying?
I'm gonna...
Is he trying to implicate that a meteor killed my man? I'm stunned by this.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Okay, you just point out that it's the stupidest thing you've ever heard, and that's fine enough.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account. Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said... Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would
In
be
the
a different
5
story.
seconds while we were on the elevator?
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Oh, okay.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
He can't be the killer. He's an idiot.
Maybe it would simply move?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
They're gonna make us play fucking Hangman's Gambit for the word elevator, aren't they? Oh my god.
No.
Symbols of hope. The finest minds of our generation. Whoops. I don't remember how to spell fucking elevator. Oh my god. But can you spell the word elevator in this fun word game?
You must be talking about an elevator.
Everyone just looks at Hajime like, you took 5 minutes to think of that?
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself.
Oh my
The
god.
inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means
Please.
the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
I guess the 3D graphics project ran out because now they're doing just like frame by frame.
So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall,
I only came here for the murder.
it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mentioned it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Bing.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
To confuse you?
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
We spent at least like 3 days in this building.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly,
You would
even
feel
the
it.
doorknob was broken off.
Elevators are shaky.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Is that the song about mouths?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
To progress?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
They were all on the floor.
I see!
The floor?
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Come
Why
on.
did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
It's a big circle.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
You know, this would have been a shock if the 3D animation didn't give it away.
Only the floor moved?
Please. They're gonna show it
Which
again.
means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design.
Strawberry.
And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Grape.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
You couldn't see the ceiling from inside. It was too dark at the top. The whole building moves around that floor.
falsely believed that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
What?
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
Please.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
I just wanted to lock it up.
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Chain? You don't need to worry about that.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse.
Secret? Why do the doors have handles if they're automatic? Emergency, I guess?
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building.
Maybe they just go to, like, the janitor's closet.
In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
To confuse the player, of course.
The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
In a building.
The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience.
Oh.
After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
Please, elaborate.
Fine. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other? If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
It rotates.
But does
We went over this
reflect
earlier.
reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
That's Monkuma's Wonkavator.
Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
And then we're gonna have to play Hangman's Gambit to, like, spell out the word rotation on X-axis. What did Kazuichi say? Says nothing.
The elevator should move.
Contact elevator, huh?
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
When does this become a comedy club?
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are connected
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
What? We're missing a sound effect there. Clown.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Yeah,
Come
you.
on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
That means you turned around 180
Meaning,
degrees.
As the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
Just like that.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side,
Nobody caught on to this.
which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrive.
Yeah,
at the
laggy
other
3D
house, right?
graphics.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House.
Now I can feel
appeared on
like
our
the
left
Vita
side when we were at
dying.
Strawberry House.
An
PowerPoint
elevator that
presentation.
rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Where are we?
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Man, 1910 times were scary.
Impossibly smooth.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
Well, he's not a human.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
You're in Baron.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right?
I'm different.
Now let's start
I'm
talking about the
different.
important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Well, that was a while ago, Hector.
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
We weren't there. Well, I was there.
What is the
But we didn't see.
Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Asshole. You
As long
being a
as
little
you
petty
know what an
bitch
octagon
about everything?
means,
Like,
you can solve this simple mystery easily.
what an octagon. I'm stunned by this question.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape of 8 sides, right?
Pulls up the Sesame Street video about Elmo and Jack Black. An octagon makes...
I didn't expect you to know that. You're a substitute reserve course student. You're quite knowledgeable.
I'm gonna cry. I'm feeling the same emotion here.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Here!
Wow, you didn't know what an octagon
About
was?
the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
I'm sex. I'm the ultimate sex. Can you tell me what 2 + 2 is?
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Lottie.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Yeah, like axes and swords and
Then
swords.
the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
Learn?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Wow.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building.
Alright, Edgar, drop a train on him.
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
Upside down Nagito.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The Final Dead Room reminded me of, like, those Loom games. Not Loom. It's a reference to Zero Escape. It's more like Mild Escape. Remember, like, Loom Above? Or, Room Bath? Some of them were Room and some of them were Loom. I think they just, tried it both ways. Actually, were those the same as Mild Escape? They're both like 3D animation. Yeah. Yeah, Room Fake, that was one of them.
Hiya!
New bad word. Didn't Mild Escape get backed up on the Flash thing? Or did, like, only some of it get backed up? Stu Fatley. I don't know if they're like the extremely old ones, where it was like drawn with very basic, like, flash gradients survived. The later ones use like 3D renders. Stu plus fat plus ugly.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Mon ami is a serious Stu Fatley.
Monokuma is fat shaming. Unbelievable. I'm gonna save in this one.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
It ain't so far.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy.
You're the one who asked me to spell out elevator.
So what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
What is this? You know what? I don't need to see that.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Okay.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I'm not on a battery-powered computer. Well, I guess technically it is a battery-powered computer. I'm not going to get into the philosophical debate about what constitutes a battery right now.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well. Let's just press on ahead.
I'm glad you recovered from that one.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is...
Who did it?
The killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
It can't be helped. Check my pet? Oh, shit! Okay, we're fine. Let's give it some mineral water. Alright, back to the murder case.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
I'm a changed man.
That's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but...
Hold on, I gotta check my Tomodachi.
I will sincerely retract that remark.
Tamagotchi.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
This is gonna be another suicide one, isn't it?
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
I don't believe you.
Akane! You're drooling waterfalls?
What? I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
They sent the elevator to the top floor.
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
She really does. Oh, you fell down.
I see. That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Yeah, they just opened the door and pushed him in.
Died from falling?
Yeah, he fell over.
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
The Strawberry House.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
Like a Disney villain.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
The stairs.
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Minecraft death.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Yeah, they broke the door earlier.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
This is like getting a slightly incorrect statement on Twitter.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Flashpoint does have most of mild escape. That's good. 1 through 116.
When the elevator is on the
What is Akane's account? I ate 5 dozen edge. Edge? Heard a rumbling sound at 5:30 a.m.
You can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the
Kazuichi
4th
interrupted.
floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
I like how she cuts herself off.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
You can just go to sleep. Gaston, but every time someone says Gaston, he eats 4 dozen eggs.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
He is a robot.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Ooh.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him.
Beat him!
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Food.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
Hang on. I was too quiet. There we go.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Wow! Oh.
Pest.
Whoa!
Now you're calling me a pest?
What are we proving here?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That
How he fell?
arrangement is...
Very suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest.
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
I have awoken.
If you arrange it a certain way,
Stop.
you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
What is wire for?
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Do we have the doorknob?
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Seven. Hello, Trist.
Silence, pest! Don't.
What if I start to enjoy it?
I was hoping we could skip through Kazuichi there. I'm sorry.
If you arrange it as you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us
How's the
all
dingles dangles?
to think about the arrangement, right?
We had to play Hangman with the word
arrangement
elevator to think of the word elevator.
The hammer is
And then they
suspicious.
asked us if we knew what an octagon was.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Crap!
If you arrange
I
it
wish
a
I had
certain
more
way,
things to, like, give y'all for bug milk.
You can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all
Wire.
to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement. The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the...
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
Consent. Take a sippy.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
That's true, you could make me take, like... I could do funny betting things for bug milks. What's an octagon? An octagon is an amazing shape that has 8 fantastic sides and 8 stunning angles. Oh, man! I forgot to bring an octagon.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
I wish I could replicate the noise Jack Black makes in that video when he says, oh man. Just imagine a blue stop sign.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
They just hooked him to the doorknob? I guess there was nothing else to hang him to.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Mekamaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode.
Go to bed.
Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
And he fell for hours.
And suspended Mekamaru in midair.
Ugh. Goodness.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence!
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves.
Stop.
By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh no!
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why?
Why not?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then How do you get him to fall?
He weighs a ton. The doorknob will break off after a couple minutes.
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall. Even if they suspended Nekomaru from it, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
Soda is a little stupid.
Possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Oh, that was wrong. What the hell are you even saying?
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain moving the elevator with Nekomaru in. It's just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
What was this clock set to? Oh.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
He really is just like
What would happen
Shark
if
Tooth
Nekomaru
Bubs.
woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm clock in his butt.
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
Armed.
Which means the killer set the alarm
Also,
before
really
they
squeaky
suspended
chair.
Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
I don't like that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
No, the doorknob broke off, mate.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
So who broke the doorknob?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it.
Yeah.
If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Oh my god, we killed him!
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so!
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey! Why aren't you teasing me anymore?
Tier 5 sub.
This guy, he gets up on this! So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
Now, I still haven't ruled out suicide. He did this to himself.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yeah, he even hit the pillar. Cola came out of his eyes.
I see.
You agree with people, it says
Nekomaru fell to
consent.
the floor. He ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Bonk.
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm?
Random bits of physics on Hajime's hair.
I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Whoa!
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
No.
What did you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
We get to point out that the clocks are wrong. Okay, at least it's not Hangman's. Wall clock! Wall clock!
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's wrong.
No. Time is a
The clock inside his
construct,
chest was a radio
man.
clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Just tamper with every other clock.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
Grape!
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
Clock.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
I should doubt the clock. Help. Okay, thank God. It's not Hangman. I don't have the Mama Luigi help sound, I'm sorry.
My boy!
I'm sorry, Hector.
Mama Luigi!
Hello, Mario.
I was looking at chat. I missed! Toasters.
It is written.
Why are we hacking the galaxy? Don't worry about it.
Uncle Phil, you got to kick that man's butt!
I think it's Toaster. The Surskit. Ah! Like toast, U-A, U-H.
Toasters!
Strawberry. Think.
It's all coming together.
It's all becoming clear now.
Good.
Now that we've thought.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko? Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time. But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What if all the clocks had the wrong time?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the
It's
killer
all
messed
coming
with
together.
time
Good.
Inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when you fell. It would have been a great clue.
Well, you did it.
Or you screamed.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
What's a radio clock?
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
I agree with that.
Consent.
right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I can go for some popcorn right about now.
I thought it was just an earthquake.
Like some
so I
good
went back
popcorn,
to
like some
sleep.
kettle corn,
Was
or
that
like
the sound from when Nekomaru
some just
fell?
like homemade shit.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it.
Does popcorn go bad?
It's obvious we'd hear the
Like
impact
unpopped corn. Like how long does that last? I've got some like vacuum sealed. I don't know how long it lasts if it's like in a crate with no air in it.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Yeah, raw pasta, like dried pasta, lasts a really long time.
Oh, well.
That's why it's a good idea to have
Sound
some around the
anyone
house.
heard? I did not hear it at all.
Well, neither did Nagito, so you're not alone.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was on.
I want some pasta now. I'm just hungry. I should like eat after this. Maybe heat up some
I
chili.
heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
You did it. Raw pasta. I've eaten raw ramen noodles. Two hours! Which is coincidentally the amount of time we've been
Nekomaru's alarm
live.
went off at 7:30.
Almost on the dot.
If we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30. That means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
It took us this long to get to this conclusion.
We were starving
2
pretty
hours
bad.
and no issues.
There's no way we would
Wow.
have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
Shits and giggles.
The reason is obvious, so they can lure out just Nekomaru. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific
Time to take
thing,
a piss.
you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
That's what Nagito is saying.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Damn it!
Oh, wait, no, Tai Chi. Oh, good night, Jerry.
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
Good night.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time. That wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
if I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Who does Tai Chi at 7 in the morning?
At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I'm on my way.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
You gave away the plot!
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. It can't be helped. We already got that
When
one
you
before.
said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Aw, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it?
Heartbreaking.
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Oh, you briefly ended up covered in ants? That's unpleasant. Are you okay?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
Shower wower.
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Whoa. Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
Oh, that's a unhappy surprise.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
What?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
The alarm.
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Ants in your pants.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Nagito did it.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Man, it was Nagito.
You're the only one!
It's Hajime.
It's you, right, Nagito?
Oh, that's why you were trying to tell me it was a suicide. When in doubt, blame Komeda.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
Sleepyhead.
If that's the case, where were you?
I only know, like, vaguely of him before I started playing this. I just knew he had the appeal, we'll call it.
Please, say something!
Yeah, I killed them all.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be
Bagels. And is also associated with Frisky's cat food. And Silver the
Even
Hedgehog.
if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
Whoa.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me.
Oh yeah, Sonya didn't hear it.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
Don't you feel a rumbling sound?
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Is everyone deaf?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know.
No, I don't.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Were you all in like the far room? Like the lucky, like deluxe room? Oh, it has soundproofing. Probably. No! Don't need you anymore. Deleted! That was an awful strong bad impression.
It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed.
Boing! Holy shit! It's Bugs Bunny!
Do I really need all these X's? It's so improved.
Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right?
Every time Hangman's Gambit come up, I like die.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, soundproof. And the shitty room.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
I can't hear.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Are you using your ultimate dickhead move?
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Vibrating Nagito portrait.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
I felt the contempt. I don't. When in doubt, blame Akane. It was not Akane.
Crap!
Hajime wants to strangle Nagito at all times. Alright, so who wasn't there? I'd really love to chug jug with you. Other way around? Who was there? I'm trying to remember whose rooms everyone was staying in. Use this as thinking music. I would love to, but I cannot. Your money's on Kaz. Let's do it. It's not Kaz.
Crap!
Ah! I almost knocked the mic off. Who should have been in the deluxe room? Oh yeah. You can't bring up evidence during the pick a person. It was you.
Crap!
All right. Listen, it was yesterday when we went over this. I've just now remembered who was in what room. Just pick all of them, you'll get it eventually.
There's something I want to ask you.
Oh, hamster boy, no. There's a finite number of possibilities, too.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that?
You got a deluxe room, buddy.
Catastrophe rings throughout the night. It is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
The alarm!
You were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
No. Not Gunhaver.
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time.
You were peeing.
That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Who will talk about causality with me?
Me?
Feels bad, man.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
You want to
In
say
their
something, buddy?
original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger
But the
alibi.
hams.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge. So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
What are you doing?
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal.
As planned?
How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
That's not how irony works.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
Music fades out.
You bastard. Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Man, this is squeaky chair o'clock.
Do not panic. The truth
Oh.
shall now commence.
My man was not prepared for this.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom.
I went to
Coincidence,
pee.
I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Matt, you just changed it.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's
Oh my
obvious
God.
that Gundam is the killer.
You gonna drag this
Hold
out,
on a
white
second.
boy?
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
There's 40 more hours of this game.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce.
Whoa!
Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
I'm not gonna say
Seriously,
anything.
Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you.
I like the Zero Escape segment. It was fun.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder.
Weird.
What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Yeah, it looks like the, Red Cross Plus.
Gundam!
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your
Start
assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
Hyoko's just next because she doesn't deserve anything thematic. Did Hyoko do anything related to her special
Contact
talent?
elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
Hyoko was a pain in the ass. That was special enough.
Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
Man, my white boy
If
went
the
between
elevator was
floors, no
broken at
problem.
Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing.
Strawberry.
Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. Make your argument.
That elevator was...
What's contact elevator do? Well, I have 12 years.
the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot
Since I was at there's no question that the following
It would have been different.
Or if there was a secret.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption could...
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot...
Since I was at... There's no question that the following...
It would have been different if they...
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Okay.
Damn it!
This is the least trial.
That elevator...
Did I get those two backwards?
The only means of travel, as long as that your assumption...
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape
I was taking it for granted that,
Since
you know...
I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the following...
It would have been different if they had...
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
It was hold down the other button.
That elevator, the only means of travel, as long as that your assumption could...
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot...
Since I was at there's no question that the...
It would have been different.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan... Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between the...
No, that's wrong!
Slow movement speed was pretty good.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Funny man, come here.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Boy, I'm gonna hit you with a mouse.
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
You could, you know, participate,
There's a door on
asshole.
the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Wow.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Calm down, champ.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
That was explained to everyone!
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
Infinity Unlimited Flame.
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry! You wouldn't like me when I'm angry!
Gundam, stop adding gameplay. You?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Octagon!
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
How many sides does that have again?
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Hang on, I'm working through this.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through those...
What is an elevator?
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
That had to come from
The
somewhere.
hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The fun garage.
The only place I can think of is the octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end.
It can't be the end. We haven't had the
Normally,
PTA
Hajime
meeting yet.
lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks...
Oh, thank God, we don't have to do the
Gundam
closing
tried
argument.
To lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Died.
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
Yeah, we'd all be
And
dead.
Without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
You're out of here.
Mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
Angry.
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
He's going crazy.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
Do a little
It's
dance.
obvious. I'm going to destroy your
Make a little love.
illusory assumptions.
Get down tonight.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
And then he starts doing the, like, case summary and closing arguments.
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat.
Alright, buddy.
First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
Okay.
Have not fulfilled either of those yet.
There we go.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
I forget. Okay, it's tab to reload.
For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so— This is the end!
Negative. Throw a hamster at it.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Yeah.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In
They're
fact,
special.
We saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Wow! He clicked the button.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
They're very well-trained hamsters.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
Epic hamster action.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Oh, thank you.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
They had a lot of fun with him. Oh no, we do gotta do. Stock more. Do we have to? Like, he just admitted it. This one. That's right there. The button. Oh god, it will be stupid and vote wrong. Whoops. Yeah, that's right there. Nope, that's right there too. There we go. It's 2:40 a.m. right now. Hammer!
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Take a drink.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House.
Okay, Otto is so
Next,
slow.
They lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally,
Take a sippy.
in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final den. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
What a smart boy.
That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there.
Hamster.
With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
I feel like every sentence should start with the power of hamsters.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon.
Hamster.
First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob.
With the power of hamsters. Crunch.
After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall.
Act 6.
With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
Snap. Doom.
Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor.
You may need some, ointment for that one.
He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse.
Danganronpa killer for Smash.
However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Fabulous.
Splendid.
Splips!
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe.
He just wanted to feed his hams.
You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
A++. 88. Man, what was this? I don't remember. There goes the second best character in the game.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Okay.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Let's wrap this up, buddy.
I bit my tongue at the most important part.
Such is the will of causality. Comedy. Judging from the revolt. Splibs. Gundam.
Nice.
You did it.
Now then.
Let's get this over with. Hold on.
Jeez.
Won't change anything. Do whatever.
Fall, my tears. Listen well.
Oh, okay. Correct?
How pitiful. Fine.
That is no mistake.
Damn it!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
He said it.
You.
Explain yourself.
Let's make history.
Whoa. Had ourselves a stare down. Darkness versus Robot.
That is...
Let me tell you this.
He gave it. He did his best.
I can see it!
Could it be?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
Yeah!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back.
Anime lines.
Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
We were all friends.
Let me tell you this. You weakling!
Whoa! I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other.
Fall, my tears. If you flinch, you will die! Let me ask.
Doggy dog.
Um...
Cannibalism?
Fine. Listen well.
You know, eat each other.
I shall engulf this world. I
You okay, buddy?
You.
Okay.
You. But...
Damn it.
Fine.
Waiting to die sucks. Don't do it. I guess he just didn't want to die. It felt like it.
Fall, my tears.
Oh. You...
Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
I only did it once, but that was mere child's play.
Well?
I'm starting to think that.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
History's greatest monster.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Is that it? I'll just leave it at that. It's about time the fun started.
Yes, indeed.
Please wait!
What could the animation possibly be?
I beg of you!
Huh?
I beg of you!
Oh.
How pitiful.
Gundam!
Hmm.
Start now, right?
Fine. What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I'll miss you, funny man. You brought a little bit of crack to every single class. Goodbye, my man. That's true, he did go to heaven. MGS3 salute. What's the right thing to do? Oh.
Damn it.
Then you throw some.
Damn it!
Oh.
The worst.
Oh.
Do our very best.
You are right. You are right.
Let's get out of here. This. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. Can't allow that.
Hey! Hey!
It.
Wait!
Your shit on the keyboard?
Get the fuck out of here!
Man, the soundboard really is sentient sometimes. Holy shit.
Now then.
Fuck you!
It's your cat on the keyboard, Hector. Let's eat some food.
What a story, Mark.
It's not like that.
That's what it means to live, right? I'm starving.
Hey, hey.
Let us eat.
Right?
Let's do our best. We did our best. He wasn't there. Oh no! Crackhead has escaped into the night! I'm definitely lucky. And before everyone else, too. Yeah, no, mate, everyone could tell that you were lying.
Well...
I was saved. Anyway. I can't forget this. My man really just talking to himself.
It's obvious.
I cannot ignore this. My man is gonna plan like the stupidest shit we've ever heard.
Appears!
Hey.
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this? What's the matter?
You can tell.
Hmm?
You know me well.
Wow.
Oh. This sure does look like he's gonna do some stupid shit.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
I need to ask you something. The special prize.
Hmm?
What about it? Isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know? Isn't that right?
Of course.
But...
The traitor was already there.
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be?
Hmm?
What's wrong with that? Oh, you little lying cheater.
Right?
You already know who the traitor is.
Hmm?
What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Why do you think I ignored it on purpose?
Hmm.
Wow.
No, no. Shing!
One of them's is. I didn't come here to fight or anything like that. Came here off for my cooperation, you know.
Huh?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
I want to know who the traitor is.
No, no, no.
No.
Unbelievable.
Well,
I knew you would say that.
Hmm.
Oh. You saw right through me.
you're right.
Wow. That person, for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? They must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
Well,
I think I'm very lucky. You're very lucky.
Say what?
you don't know?
This man has something up his head. True hope. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
One more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for?
Sex sells what?
Waiting for someone.
Hey.
Answer me.
That's...
Wouldn't that be funny? Five days left. Shit's getting tense. End. Down to just 7. Wow! Hellhound earring. Yeah, I would like to save, of course. Nope. Don't even try it. I'm tired and my tummy aches. Will Tier 3 sub get murdered next time? I hope not. Or so. One of those. Take a sippy. And then another. need to lay down. Oh, chili ain't sitting right with me. Good night, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Sleep tight. Draw. Good night. Something funny.